Plants are gay. Well, by that I mean that the plant world is full of queerness, or biological expressions that exist outside of a sexual binary. Plants have survived on planet Earth 60 times longer than humans, thanks to an incredible genetic repertoire and variety of reproductive pathways. Some plants are dioecious, like cishet people, meaning each individual plant has one type of flower of one sex, either female with carpels or male with stamens. Many other plants are intersex, called monoecious, on which each plant has both carpels and stamens. But this social idea of a male-female gender binary is projected onto plants, even though it's not always the best fit. Plants have many sex characteristic genes, which might be arranged in sex chromosomes, sometimes in an XY system, like humans, or in a ZW system, or they might not have any sex chromosomes at all. A lot of the time, though, environmental factors, or hormones, have more impact than a couple of chromosomes do. You might be surprised to learn that some plants change their gender expression from year to year. These gender-bending plants have sexual plasticity, which includes extremely powerful tactics that likely come into play when nutrients are scarce, drought is imminent, population is dense, or the climate is changing. You know, if that's ever a problem. So we know that, historically, research on plants has been conducted through a mostly heteronormative lens. But so what? Solanum plastisexum was discovered back in 1970, but it wasn't until 2019, almost 50 years later, that a taxonomic treatment finally defined it as a species. Because it exhibits 3 distinct breeding systems, or genders, if you will, it had to wait half a century for its non-normal and confusing species to be recognized. And its story highlights underrepresentation in research. Now, underrepresentation of queer plants doesn't just have social implications, but it's also a disservice to science. Research that refuses to stray from imposed gender binaries also stalls the discovery of new plants, like plastisexum. It prevents the understanding of biological systems that evolved especially for environmental crises like the globe is currently facing. And it promotes misunderstandings, generalizations, and, in some cases, blatantly false information. As our world continues to experience unprecedented times, just keep in mind that the trees and the flowers all around us have been through way more than we have, and they've succeeded by embracing their queerness to adapt to challenges. To follow in their root steps, we must remember to accept those different to us, support underrepresented communities, and respect research that pushes the boundaries of science.